Peace, everyone. How you doing? Welcome to Israel Doctors Google Hangout. I'm your host, Carl Lambert, and you have now entered into the Hangout. We've been trying to make this Hangout happen all morning, people. All kind of things have tried to stop this Hangout, but I got my man, Rahson Delay, on the phone. So, as the title say, an interview this morning with Rahson Delay. Right? How you doing, brother?
I'm doing okay, brother. How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. We finally gonna get this interview going. Tell the people what all we went through to get this interview going, brother. Give a little insight on why it's been delayed.
It's been a drag, man. It's been a drag, but went through computer problems, phone problems. But if it's God's will, ain't nothing gonna stop nothing. Everything still flows.
Okay, so now tell the people who you are. You know what I'm saying? Give them a little insight. I know some people may know you from YouTube, but if you can get an audience a little insight of who you are, I would appreciate that, brother.
Well, my name is Rahson Delay. I'm from New Orleans, Louisiana. A spiritual person, religious person, whatever you want to call it, a God sent being, we all God sent being, but I believe in righteousness. I believe in doing a lot of study, especially study of our culture, where we come from and where we're going, and peace and love to everybody. That's the type of person I am.
Okay, so when did you get introduced to the YouTube scene and stuff? When you start making YouTubes, and when did you start watching things in the conscious community? Because I see your YouTube channel is about speaking about things that's going on in the conscious community. So could you give us a little insight on how long you've been following the conscious community?
Well, I started watching YouTube maybe, August or September. I started off watching Sa Neter. That's the first person I started watching. And Dr. Ben and Dr. Blair was my favorite. Dr. Gilbert, the one just died. And a lot of other scholars, Bill Valentine. And I started liking it because I'm a knowledge seeker. I believe in seeking knowledge. So started from there, and I started seeing these other fellows coming in like Seti, he is the greatest historian on Egypt. If you don't know nothing else, you know that. And Polight and all the rest of them, Dr. Yankee, Shaka Ugbo. I started watching all these phenoms, and I got interested in it, because I was acquiring a lot of knowledge, about myself and our people. And I just kept doing it. One day, last month, I made my first big message to a black man. And I ain't stopped from I think I did 67 in a month's time.
Okay.
Old man, 68 years old.
68 years old, and you entering into the conscious community.
I'll be 68 in June. I'm 67, but I'll be 60. Mathematically, I already made it, but the money ain't come yet. Right.
So now, what was your first video about? Tell us about it, because I see you kind of critical of the conscious community now. So tell us about the first video and how you became so critical of the things you've been seeing.
Well, my first video was a message to a black man, for the condition and the misjustice and all that kind of stuff. That was a motivator for me to make that first video. And like I say, as I evolved watching Sa Neter and all these other people, then I got mixed views about this, that, and the other, because some things, like my daddy always say, one of his favorite phrases, all that shine ain't gold. So you can figure it out from there, And I thought, I don't want criticize nobody, but if you're right, you're right, or you're wrong, you're wrong. Because everybody's subject to criticism. And that's about it on that. Yeah.
Okay. So what are some of the critical points you at now? For those that ain't watched the videos and stuff, and you can actually go find his video channel under his name, and I think he got the Black Madonna, mother and child, on his page.
Right,
and it's
right, exactly.
Rahson.
I love that logo. I love that logo. I mean that logo. Right.
So
can you rephrase that question again?
So what are some of the criticisms you have about it now? Because I know you up on the young Pharaoh thing, you up on the Polight in the debate and this and that. So could you give the audience a little bit of your criticism of what's going on in the conscious community right now?
Well, the only criticism I have is they're not coming together as one. When you come together as one, then you know, you can unite better, you can do things better, you have a stronger platform when you got everybody on the same page. You don't look like everybody on the same page because everybody seems like they individualized. That's what it seems to me, you know, but you know.
Yeah, so
that's you critical point right there.
Yeah, but when you got the issue like young Pharaoh and Polight, how can they be on the same page? You know, so when you got things going on,
right. I think Pharaoh is the most spiritual person than Polight. I think Polight is as being a young man, I think he's just a person that like flashy things. It's revealing itself. Whereas though Pharaoh, he teach, but you don't see him with nothing fancy, you know. I don't believe everything he says, like, you know, like the woman. The only criticism I ever had about Pharaoh in two videos, where it was a really one video where it went in two parts. I hear the saying about it was all women on the planet at one time. I can't buy that one there. You know, scientifically, genetically, or biologically, that seemed totally impossible to me. And that's the only criticism I have of little Pharaoh. Now, Polight, I don't know the man personally, but I don't think all them people wrong. You know, there's going to be a lot of haters. They got different scenarios on, you know, stuff like that, you know.
Yeah, so what do you think about the debate and the fact that the audio and the video weren't working? Do you think that's a scam? Do you think that's messed up? Do you think it was what do you think? I don't want to lead you on a question.
Somebody on
the Harry Rozenberg and Polight, the Harry Rozenberg and Polight debate.
I didn't see that debate at all.
Okay.
I think I might have it on my what you call that when you playlist. I think I put it on watch later, but I haven't watched it yet.
Okay.
The one with the Jew, Harry Rozenberg.
Yeah. What do you think about that? Do you think that was needed for the community or not needed? What you have no views on?
I think it was not needed. I think it was not needed. He claimed to be a Jew, or he ain't that. The real Israelites or Hebrew, whatever you want to call them, we them people. We that. And history proved it, you know, because we was the first one on the planet. From whenever it was created, black people was here. Everybody else come from black people. Through genetic sexual activity or grafting, you know. But the black man was the first one on this planet.
Okay.
For my study, you know.
So how many interviews have you had?
It's my first one. I had some people want me to do a lecture in Washington, D.C. for them. I forgot the organization. Did the same thing he did. He want me to come up to Washington and do a lecture for him. But I told him I'd think about it, you know. But maybe one day I might want to do a lecture, I don't know, or debate with somebody, you know.
Yeah, I'm just asking because, you know, most people, they probably like, who is this guy, this, that, and the other. you know, I like to try to get people to start in this world, you know, that we live in for us consciousness. Right.
Right.
And I see you out there, you know, trying to make a name for yourself in the sense of, you know, speaking on the topics that you want to speak out and get your point of view across. So I wanted to speak to you. Now, you told me that you've been having some harassment problems and things of that nature that you wanted to talk about. People been stealing your videos and putting them up and stuff because they see your conversation and stuff is catching the attention of people. Could you tell the audience a little bit about that?
Oh yeah, they got this brother. I'm gonna say his name. I ain't holding back. And if I was next to him right now, I might punch him in the face. God forgive me. This brother named Michael Edwards, Michael L. Edwards from, I think he's from originally from Hammond, Louisiana, but a lot of people say he might be in California. He's a thief. He ain't conscious. He's a childish person. How can you do something like that? What you gonna gain? You gonna gain some views, but it just don't make no sense to me for a person to do something like that. You know, take somebody else's stuff because he figure that person is popular and he getting right. I'm not popular. I'm just doing what God wants me to do. That's all I'm doing. And they're so intelligent, why they got to take somebody else's material, snatch the tower off, and put what they want up there, and upload the video and put it up. And they got so many people know who I am, and they got a lot of my subscribers called me and told me that had happened. I ain't know they was doing it till my subscribers called me up and said they got somebody impersonating one of your videos. And I looked on YouTube and found four. And three of them took them down and sent this dude, Michael Edwards, because he's a snob. And when I find out the right legal procedures to get in, he in big trouble. Because that's impersonation. You can't do that. That's illegal guidelines. I've already read the guidelines. I just haven't done the legal paperwork to get this process through. And when I do, he's gonna be in big trouble because they're gonna take this channel down, which they should do. Because we all individuals, we all trying to be conscious people. This brother called himself always saying shalom, this, that, and the other. But that's not no godly person. Godly people and conscious people do not do evil things like that. That is evil.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Would you like to speak to Michael Edwards now? I know he if he's been taking your videos and watching your channel and he see you over here on my channel, which he stalked my channel like crazy. And he's actually been stalking a lot of women and different people on Facebook and stuff. Cause like you, people call me and tell me, well, this guy's giving videos out with you on it and doing this and that and attacking me. You know, so
right.
If you got something,
I saw a lot of videos. He attacked you.
Yeah. So if you got something you want to say to him now, for us asking them to take your video down and stuff, I'll give you the opportunity to talk to him, and maybe he'll comply with what you asking him.
Yeah, that's all I want him to do is take it down. I mean, he can share it. I'll share his, but you're not supposed to take nobody's video, change the title, upload it, and put what you want up there. That is totally illegal. That is not no conscious person. That is not no godly person. A godly or conscious person would never do nothing like that. That sounds like somebody got something wrong. I wouldn't say something wrong with them. But what? I mean, for views, you ain't getting no money for it. You know, I just don't understand it, Michael. But you just take the video down.
Yeah.
If you upload something off my page, go get off my playlist, and you can get anything you want and download it. But not none of my personal videos. Not, you know, the videos I do for myself. And that's all I asked. And I asked him to take it down, but he wouldn't do it. He still ain't got it. He got almost 1,000 views off one of my. I don't know if I'm getting any of those views. I don't know. but I think they're going all to him. You know, so but he got his day coming. That's all I gotta say.
Okay.
Oh, that situation is totally wrong.
So now, what would you like to see the conscious community in the future? Because I know Polight's pretty much running the conscious community now. He's the man. He off this big win with the, you know, from some people perspective, he off this big win with the rabbi, this and that. Him and Sa Neter is pretty much monopolizing the game. What would you like to see the community? Do you think that monopoly is good, or do you think you know, something else need to take place?
Well, ain't nothing else gonna take place but the money rolling in. Because last night I watched Lil Pharaoh. Lil Pharaoh was watching it too. Polight and Sa Neter, and they had this other brother for the Hebrew Israelites. What the one with where the kind of stout like dude?
Tazariak, light skinned from my SUPK.
Yeah, the big dude. I kind of like him too. I forgot his name. Tazariak.
Yeah, Tazariak.
Like that. Huh?
Tazariak.
Yeah. But him, Polight, and Sa Neter was sitting at Sa Neter's place, and they was sitting up there saying some negative stuff. Polight was saying this stuff about Pharaoh. Pharaoh heard it. Pharaoh got on the went to the thing and made a video about it. You know, I went straight to my phone and made the video while he was making. I guess we must have made it at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I made a video about young Pharaoh versus Polight, the great debate. I think I got 100 views on that already. Yeah, that was 13 hours ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what happened with that situation.
So what do
call Polight out?
So what do you think of?
Be ready for this. So I think, you know what I really think? I think all that might be a big scam to make some money. I don't know.
Well, young Pharaoh kind of in that camp. You know, he Sa Neter brought him in, set him on the couch, and you know, just like the thing with the money, he spoke out a little bit, caused a lot of confusion, and people look for him and Polight to have some type of friction. So right. I'm like you. I don't see why Polight would sit on the couch and come up with all that conversation. Maybe that's his next big debate, and he's bringing a youngster in so they can get their friction on and make another payday.
Oh yeah, that's what it's all about. You know, little Pharaoh ain't gonna do it for nothing. Got him. So I guess Pharaoh figured a way where I can get it. Because if he go that route, you know, I don't know. I don't know what the deal is on that. I don't know if it's a scam to make some money. Cause it's gonna make some money.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you. I believe it's a scam, and I think it's an inside job. I think that Harry Rozenberg, even though, you know, I don't know. You know, that made a lot of money, and I believe the fact that no audio or video was out there for people to really, you know, critique what happened or what was said. I believe that was the scam part of it, and I believe, you know,
right.
You know, so we got another caller here too. Look like Lex Lee Vortex have chimed in the building. Say what's up to our guest, Lex, and guest speak to Lex. You know.
Hey, yeah, peace. What's up, Carl? I honestly just tuned in, so you know, I'm not even that aware of the topic right now. So
okay, I'm talking with my brother here, Rahson Delay. The brother's 87 going on 88, and he's been talking about
67. They're 67.
Yeah, 6. My bad. My bad. Yeah,
67.
Yeah,
going up 68.
Yeah, I said 80.
Yeah, you put me way up there.
Maybe I'm speaking prophecy or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it's 67. I mean 68 June 9th.
Yeah, and we just sitting here talking about the conscious community from his point of view, talking about Michael Elvis still in his videos and won't take them down, and just the different things that he have ran in since he been in the conscious community. as y'all see me, which I try to set an example in the community. I reached out to the brother to talk to him, not to take his videos or talk around his videos and do things like that, because I do some of that stuff too. But it's good to reach out and try to interview and talk to people. And hopefully in the future, some more people reach out to the brother and try to talk to him if they want to talk to him. That's why I'm getting you his YouTube channel and letting you know that he's available to speak to if you want to. You don't have to steal his videos or steal his, intellectual property. So we're talking to the brother, and you could pick the conversation back up, brother, and talk to us more about, your perception of what's going on out here in the community. I don't know how much longer you got, because we spent about an hour or so trying to get this to happen. So you got the flow, though. Mr. Delay.
For me?
Yeah, you got the flow. We back with you. You got the audience.
Oh, okay. So what was the question?
Well, I didn't ask that. I just want you to talk to the audience, because I know you got stuff to say to them. You make videos, so I'm not doing this like a regular interview no more. I want you to just talk to the people, and I just appreciate it. I just appreciate the fact that you're willing to talk to me, and I think that's a good quality for anybody in the community out here. That if somebody reach out, you're willing to talk to them. So, if you just whatever you want to do now, I'm with you. This your show. You the man. Talk to the people.
Okay. Well, I'm a very conscious person, and the only thing I really want the conscious community to do is come together as one. If black people would come together as one, ain't nobody can stop us. Because we're going to have the good Lord with us. And nobody can beat him. But we're so divided. And that's the only thing that's holding us back. We are so divided from that mental slavery, mental misusement, poverty, this, that, and the other. We individualized people, and we're just divided right now. Even in the conscious community, even in the church house, it's just a me, me, me. It can't be me, me, me. It got to be us, we. A house divided just can't stand. It'll never stand. It'll perish. That's the only thing black people need to do, because we are God's chosen people. I know in my heart that all black people that are the descendants of slaves in America is God's chosen people. And we've been going through a whole lot for almost 500-600 years. And it looks like it's getting a little worse now because we're divided. We must come together as one. So if we come together as one, 50 million strong, ain't nothing nobody can do. Because the good Lord gonna be right with you, help you fight the battle. The white man is coming at us, or the European race is coming at us at all angles, poisoning our food. Got us disrupted, putting guns and drugs in our neighborhood, different things like that to keep us divided and conquered. And the ones that do have something, they don't care nothing about, they're doing this thing because they're locked up in the white man's world. Different things like that.
So
that's
now,
the only thing I wish.
Let me ask you this, because I'm showing people your channel. I'm promoting your channel out here. Do I got permission to promote your channel, sir?
Oh, yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
So this
you got 150% promoted.
Okay, so this is his channel, people, and you can see his videos do pretty good. He got one with 626. He got 388, 277, 346. So, to be an independent man as he is, talking about the things that he's talking about, he is getting a little audience over here. And I think it is wrong for anyone to come over here and take his intellectual property and try to get their channel up and things of that nature. I think one should honor the elder in his request to take down his videos. You know, just share the link and get him some more views and show the brother love. You know, and with that said, I'm through again. You got the floor again, sir. Sorry about the interruption. I just wanted to make sure that, you know, YouTube is aware that I'm sharing your stuff and that, you know, you give me permission to do so.
Yeah, I appreciate that very kindly. And I don't mind sharing. Look, I share people's video, but I leave the video as is. I don't upload nobody's video and then change the title, because that's totally wrong. We shouldn't do things like that. You know, we should help each other. You know, just like me and the brothers doing now, we correspond with each other. Everybody gets views, everybody gets likes, but we have to do it together and righteously. Because if you do anything wrong, you're gonna pay for it. As a man, so shall he reap. Even me or anybody, if I do any kind of wrong to anybody, I'm gonna pay for it. And at my age, I ain't about to be doing wrong to nobody. Because I'm 68 years old, I'm supposed to know better. I'm supposed to know how to treat people right. I'm supposed to know how to help my neighborhood. I'm supposed to know how to, if I see an old lady walking across the street, and help her walk across the street. If I see somebody hungry, make sure they get something to eat. You know, and that's what I'm about. I'm about our people uniting as one before the white man kill us all. Because that's what he's trying to do anyway. A lot of people not even aware of what's going on in this world today. You know, but black people just need to, us people just need to get our act together and learn to love and care for each other. Just like in that conscious community, you see too much individualism. If everybody would just get together and just do their own thing, and you can make it. Back in Africa, they had tribes. Everybody comes from a tribe, a neighborhood, or a community. And those people got along well. Ain't nobody wanted for no food, no shelter, or nothing, because everybody worked as one. So they took all that away from us during slavery time. And the situation is, you know, because we program and conditioned to think like a white man. We don't think like we was taught in Africa, or our ancestors, not us, but our ancestors. They had a different culture, they had a different language, we had a different folklore, and we was already spiritual and religious people by nature. Yeah.
So let me ask you this: Do you ever reach out to Sa Neter Polight through the YouTube channel and stuff? And if you have you ever got a response from them or anything?
Oh, I got a response from my videos. It wasn't pretty nice.
Oh, they responded to one of your videos. Who responded?
Yeah, I don't know. Well, it was Black News 102. I think that's one of his channels.
Oh, that's Sa Neter.
Yeah. Huh?
That's Sa Neter, yeah. Black News 102.
Yeah, with the logo with him on it, with his little hat, He's on the logo.
Yeah, that's Sa Neter.
Yeah, so he sent me an email, called me all kind of MF and this, that, and the other about a video I made about him and Polight. But I never answered because I wasn't going for that back and forth nonsense.
Oh, so you
our opinion.
You talking about this Con Man video, the last video? Well, it looked like the last video on a popular upload.
Yeah, it could be one of them.
Okay, give me a sec. Give me a sec. I'm finna look down and then see if I see. Oh yeah. Okay. Let me see. Can I show it to the community, sir?
Yeah.
Okay. So, y'all see it? He said, "This motherfucker is not a real elder. This bitch just got old. You too fucking old to be worried about me making money." Laugh out loud. Wow.
Right.
Respect your elders, people. Have freedom of speech just like you. Have freedom of speech, so shut the hell up. Do your job. Wow. Mm. So. Man, I hate that happened to you, Elder, because you know, just age alone, you deserve more respect than that. And you all right over there?
Yes, sir.
You deserve more respect than that. And if he had opposite opinion of what you was talking about and dealing with, I believe he should have reached out to you and had you on the show like he have other people on there and talk to you about the matter like a man and you know, plead his cause with you instead of, you know, coming talking to you, talking down to you like that.
I would went along with that because everybody, a journalist, if somebody that do news work, that's their job to report the news. Same way with a YouTuber. When you making videos, but long you telling the truth. Now, if you just sitting there telling a bunch of lies on somebody, that's a whole different story. But none of my videos are with no falsehood or just making up something to get some views of this, that, the other. You know, and just like I said, I only been making videos for a month. I made my first video last month, and I've been getting pretty good success. So it's a good song telling everybody this man must be right, because people just don't, you know, people been calling me from all over the place, just like you. I'm talking about a subscriber from New York. Some lady called me from DC the other day. And a couple people want me to do some lectures. And you know, I just do. I don't think I'm better than nobody, or this doesn't and the other. I don't know if it's jealousy or whatever it is, you know. So I'm just doing God's work.
So if you could speak to Sa Neter about this incident, you know, would you like to say something to him now? Like if he really want to speak to you and talk to you about the video, would you be willing to go on Sa Neter TV, call in and speak to him about your views on, you know, him and Polight being a con man or whatever you were speaking about in the video?
Well, I wouldn't want to. Yeah, I would talk to him and ask him why he cussed me out, this, that, and other. I wouldn't just, you know.
Well, I would suggest, Sa Neter, did you get in touch with the brother through the inbox like I did? Because that was wrong of you. You know, just like we reprimand other people for doing stuff in the community. As an elder, speaking to your elder like that on the post like that was wrong. You need to check yourself. You know.
Yeah, definitely so. You know, but I took it like me. I kind of laughed it off. So, you know, really, I did. I kind of laughed. It didn't really bring me down. It didn't piss me off. The only thing that pissed me off was Michael Edwards. That dude that pissed me off. You know?
I think he do that too.
You know, yeah, just doing something like that, a childish thing, you know. Well, he ain't gonna have no good luck, so when you do things like that, you got to pay for all that. It's gonna come back on you 300-400 times worse. So I believe that Bible when it said a man reap what he sowed, and I believe in karma too. Whatever you create, good gonna come for you. If you create evil gonna hit you. You know, same thing as man so shall he reap.
I agree with you.
Good things, yeah, all good things you do. That's why some people don't have no problems in life, because they do what they do the right thing for good things to happen for them. If you do good things in your life and really believe in the Creator with all your heart and your soul, ain't nothing but good gonna come to you.
So let me ask you about this. What you think about the whole atheism perspective from the conscious community?
Something wrong with them. They say there ain't no creator. Well, what started it all off? Something started it all off. Just like you take two rabbits, a male and a female, they're the only ones on the planet. Well, before you know it, you got 20 million rabbits. In that situation with man as a creator, as a human entity, whatever came to this planet, I don't know. But I know one thing. There's a creator that had something, had to be somebody, there had to be a first man, like first anything. So the first man had to be the creator. You know, that is common sense. Anybody don't believe there's a creator, something wrong with them. You know,
I agree with you. I agree with you on that. So I know you got to go to work and stuff, and we've been trying to work on this. I mean, you got an open invite to this channel anytime you want to. Hopefully the computer stuff works so we could get a face.
Yeah, we're gonna try. I'm gonna get my nephew over here as soon as I see him. Show me how to do this. The live streaming, because I got live streaming. I just don't know how to get it together, you know.
Okay.
Not into that, I haven't learned that part of technology yet.
Yeah, well, it's kind of, you know, it's kind of a new thing to a lot of people. A lot of people that I talk to, you know, I ask them, do they?
Yeah, especially my age, now them youngsters, they catch on quick.
Yeah.
9, 10 years old, they're computer weird. I got my little nephew, he stayed in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. If he was there right now, he would have had the live stream on. Right. Yeah. He only 9 years old. I'll be 9 in April next month.
So, like I said, you got an open invite whenever you want to come over. You got something you want to chat about or whatever, or, you know, we can sit down and talk about some videos and analyze them together with some more guys and stuff. And, you know,
that sounds good to me.
Yeah, welcome to the conscious community. I mean, you've been initiated through the hate and everything else, cussed out by, you know, a major brand in the community. You part of it now. So let's get it rocking and rolling and you know, get your voice out there some more and really deal with some things. You know, I honor you in the fact that you honored me with a response to my message, and it was all love. So, you know, one love.
Well, yeah, I was never gonna turn that down. When I said this brother is all right. When I go by what people do and how I feel about what they do. And when you sent me that email, I felt positive about that. You know, I didn't have no ill feelings about it. I was ready to do it. You know.
Yeah, well, like I said, I respect that. You know.
Go ahead.
No, I respect that because, you know, you reach out to some people and you can't get in touch with them, or they overlook you. They too big to, you know, stoop down to your level and talk to you. So, you know, I appreciate it.
Oh, yeah, I appreciate you reaching out to me, because a lot of things I needed to say today and I got it out, you know. And I hope Michael Air was listening. All I wanted to do is take that video, though. I ain't got no hard feelings about it because what he doing, he got paid for it. So, you know, that's on him. Yeah.
Okay.
I still love him like a brother because you got to love everybody. Except that devil, I ain't loving him.
Yeah. Well, I know you got to go to work and stuff, so we're going to cut it short. People, this is y'all introduction on Israel Doctrines Google Hangout of the brother. Like I said, go support the brother. You know, if you're going to use his videos, use it by sharing it or putting it on your like list and let the brother get some, you know, hits. And if he don't know how to monetize and stuff, I talk to him so he can monetize his videos and make a little YouTube change or whatever. We should be out here really trying to help each other instead of trying to, you know, take advantage of people like some people are out here.
Yeah, I agree with that totally. And I sure appreciate that. But I always, when I first saw a couple of your videos, I said, yeah, that brother there, he all right. Because I just go by vibration. You know, I can see a person on TV and just look at him and tell if they're a godly person or they got something wicked about them, you know.
Well, I appreciate it because I ain't know you was really seeing my videos. I know I seen you on some of them and stuff. We don't know who watching each other out here. So, you know, I appreciate it. I try to be, you know, as humble as possible till somebody rile me up, you know.
Right. I'm the same way. Did you hear that video I made to Michael?
Nah.
You didn't hear that one. You already checked that one out.
All right. Well, you wanted to play it? You want to play it here?
Yes, if you want to play it.
Okay.
But it's gonna be a lot of profanity though.
Hey, I probably use more profanity than you, so.
Yeah, it's the one called Michael Edwards.
Right.
That's the name of the title.
Let's make record of it. Let's make record of this right here.
Right.
Hello, Michael L. Edwards. I got news for you, my brother. You think you're fucking slick, but they ain't gonna be your motherfucking ass when your ass go to fucking coke for what the fuck you doing, bitch. You ain't got no business fucking put my motherfucking videos up on your fucking channel and changing the motherfucking title and getting fucking views, bitch. Hello, Michael L. Edwards. I got news for you, my brother. You think you're fucking slick, but they ain't gonna be your motherfucking ass when your ass go to fucking coke for what the fuck you doing, bitch. You ain't got no business fucking put my motherfucking videos up on your fucking channel and changing the motherfucking title and getting fucking views.
So y'all hear it, y'all see us a video up. Like I said, once again, go over there. Now, I'ma just say this though, Elder. Just like me and you, which we all gotta do it, and you know, in our community it runs rapid. You know, we cussing each other out, doing this and that, but that's what happened when you try to speak to each other in a civilized manner. So I feel where you're coming from. But
right.
Hopefully, like I said, hopefully we can start, you know, interacting with each other and other people of a more respectable and reasonable, you know, manner, and we could have more, you know, positive conversation, because that right there is negative. And I feel you though, when somebody doing that, stealing your stuff and doing stuff, you know, like you said, you probably will hit him upside his head. So.
Well, I would. Yeah, I'm a little bitty little man too, but I got plenty hard. I ain't no right. That's the type of person I am. But I'll give you the shirt off my back. That's the type of person I am. But I don't like being scammed. I don't like nobody misuse, taking advantage of me. I don't do that. I do not take advantage of no black person. When I was a young man, I was doing wrong. I did it to the other people. You know, I ain't never done wrong. When I was doing dirt, like 19, I didn't do it long. I'm talking about 19, 20. You know, you out there in the world. And when I did wrong, it wasn't to none of my people. It wasn't to no black person. You know, and then I didn't do that long. But I knew in my heart that was wrong. But we all go astray sometimes. You know, that's just life. Part of life. Long you don't keep doing something that ain't right.
Well, like I said, you got an open door policy over here. If you hear me doing a show, just call this number, and you know you can get a couple words in to whoever over here, whatever they saying. If they need correction, then it's nothing like having an elder around to correct some of this madness in the community and stuff. You know,
right.
and you know, we let's build a friendship or whatever. And like I said, you're welcome to come over and talk. I subscribe to your channel, so if I see something and I feel like, hey, come over here and let's talk about that and get some more people on the panel, then we're gonna do that. So, you know, from here on out, we YouTube buddies. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, you're right, 100%. So when I get off the phone, I think I got you already subscribed. I ain't sure.
Well, it's all good. I know you're going to subscribe and stuff, and we're going to keep in touch.
So I'm going to the phone soon when I get through with you and do it right off the bat.
You got my number. Don't be a stranger. If you need some help with some of that stuff, you know, I could kind of walk you through some of it, you know, this, that, and the other. Right. So just don't be a stranger. You know, we're going to keep in touch. And
oh, no, I ain't going to be no stranger. I keep in touch. Because I like to deal with people that think like I do, you know, have the same concept about life, you know, and righteous and doing things properly. That's the way it's supposed to go. We ain't supposed to be trying to get over on each other, this, that, and the other, because you got to pay for that. It ain't going to benefit either. Not in the long run. If I just pile up bad karma and bad karma and bad karma, but the karma ain't balanced. I can't, you know, I got to pay for all the bad karma so I can get back even balanced again. So it don't pay.
I don't think people think like that. But let's cut this off. If we talk further, we'll talk further. But I want to make sure you're able to get on out there and go to work and stuff. So with that said, y'all, we're going to say peace. Like I said, check the brother channel out, subscribe to him. And you see he got dialogue and other people respect this conversation over there. I don't think everything negative like the one video we just saw. So, you know, check him out. And he
we got a lot of good subjects.
Yeah, and he will be on here more too. Hopefully we can get this hangout working. And once we get that working, we can really sit down.
Get that working.
Yeah, we can sit. Yeah, we can sit down and we can have a little panel. And he can talk to the other guys that come over and stuff, and we can really have some dialogue. So with that said, subscribe, people. Look towards the future. You know, let's stop looking behind. If we look behind, let's just, you know, really look at it and see how we can correct those things that are behind us, present day into the future. So with that said, I'm gonna say peace, y'all.
Shalom.